Hello everyone, we are happy to present to you our analysis on ElectraMeccanica. ElectraMeccanica is a Canada-based electric vehicle company started 2 years ago. The company has a concept car by the name Solo and has seen pre-orders of up to 400 in the last 1 year. They have also raised about $10 million in the past, of which they have invested $2 million in R&D. Their strong R&D and design capabilities in the company is a strong capability that they have built up. But for manufacturing, they have partnered with companies like ElectraMeccanica and have ramped up their production facility, which allows them to produce one car in every 4 hours. For the next round of financing, they are looking to ramp up their production facility further to enable them to produce 2,000 to 4,000 Solos per month. At a price point of 15,000 Canadian dollars, the company is targeting two segments, retail as well as corporates. Over here now, I would like to talk to you about the electric vehicle industry and the transition it is in. There are a few key driving factors because of which we believe the electric vehicle industry is a great business prospect. Firstly, the battery cost. With the heavy investment by overall industry, the battery cost in the last 1 decade has come down by about 65%. The initiatives and the incentives given by the government across the world is to allow consumers to pick up greener technologies, and electric vehicles sits right in the center of this. Thirdly, on the overall market forecast for the next 1 decade, we expect a 33 to 35% CAGR in the annual sales of electric vehicles. On the fourth front, the charging infrastructure is extremely important as a supplement for this industry to grow further. In countries like China, Japan and the US, the charging networks developed by Tesla are a great example. Shifa will take over from here.
Moving on to the management of the company, the top management team brings with themselves rich and varied industry experience. Starting with Jerry Kroll, the founder and CEO of ElectraMeccanica, he has the rich experience of the electric vehicle market and is a racing expert and brings with himself the experience of the racing car industry. The second key person is Henry Reisner, the Chief Operating Officer of ElectraMeccanica. He also owns and operates ElectraMeccanica, a close partner of ElectraMeccanica, and helps the company ramp up its production going forward. Now, talking about the main product of the company, the Solo car, there are 4 key features that differentiate the car. Starting from the range of the car, it can travel up to 160 kilometers on full charge and can achieve a top speed of about 100 kilometers in a matter of just 8 seconds. The battery of the car is a lithium-ion battery which can be charged in a matter of just 3 to 6 hours. Now, the company also has with itself the intellectual property in terms of trademarks and patents, which help the company leverage its expertise going forth. Moving on to the competition in the industry, we can see that the top 5 players like BYD, Tesla, Volkswagen captured a 50% market share. However, there are multiple players in the market who are vying to capture a share of the pie, and hence is a highly competitive market. Now, comparing ElectraMeccanica with other companies' one-seater electric vehicles, we see that at the price point that it offers, its charging and range position itself as a great value for its customers. Now Pulkit will take over from here.
We next compared the one-time cost and annual cost of ElectraMeccanica Solo versus a typical internal combustion engine vehicle. We found that major cost saving comes from Solo's lower price, savings on fuel and lower annual maintenance costs. So, over a period of 5 years, Solo offers a saving of about $13,000 in fuel and $4,500 savings in maintenance costs. So, using Solo annually gives a net saving of about $5,000, which can be used for car expenses or renting bigger cars for, say, family trips or long rides. We next analyzed the unit economics of a Solo vehicle. We found that about 35 to 40% of the total car cost comes from its battery. However, a lot of R&D is happening in this domain across the world, and we expect these costs to come down over the next 5 years to about 30%. Moreover, we expect ElectraMeccanica also to invest heavily in R&D and sales and promotion to further improve its sales. Now, Madhav will take over to discuss the valuation and exit strategies.
The valuation piece, in order to value ElectraMeccanica, we've adopted a top-down approach. First, we've estimated the market size for electric vehicles in each of the key geographies. Then we've taken the market share for ElectraMeccanica that we believe they can gain in the next 5 years. We've been rather conservative here for a couple of reasons. One is that it's a highly competitive market, and second, the car adoption for a single-seater 3-wheeler vehicle may not be as much in our estimates. So based upon these factors, We believe that the company can sell about 1,300 cars in 2017, increasing to 9,000 cars in 2021. Coming next to the valuation, we've taken 4 cases for ElectraMeccanica, a bull, base, bear, and a 4th case where the card option completely fails to take off. In order to value the company, we found two listed comparables, which is Tesla and BYD, which is a Chinese listed electric vehicle car company. We've taken the price to sales number here because the company, as we know, has no positive cash flows yet and has no earnings as well. Tesla is not the right comparable. It has a very high price to sales ratio currently because, as we know, its valuations are driven up by a lot of factors, including factors such as the Gigafactory. BYD, on the other hand, has a rather low price to sales ratio because it houses multiple other businesses other than electric cars in its listed company. The various rounds of financing, the company requires about $15 million to fund its expansion requirements in the next 12 to 18 months. And our suggestion is that we lead this entire first round of financing in the company. So we have taken about IRR of about 50% given the high riskiness of the company, and we are going to be the first angel investors. That should give us a stake of about 30 to 35% stake in the company. The next 2 rounds of financing, based upon our estimates for how much money the company will require, round B will require about $15 million again, and round C will require about $45 million. If other investors lead each of these rounds of financing, our stake will dilute from about 30 to 35% to about 20% in the next 5 years or so. The exit strategy, depending upon which of the scenarios plays out, bull, base or bear, that will depend basically upon 2 key factors. First is how strong the car adoption is for the solo vehicle, and second is how quickly the battery cost falls down over the next 5 years. Depending on which scenario plays out, we believe that the price to sales multiple will range between about 1.5 in the bear case to about 3.5 in the bull case, giving us an IRR ranging between 20 to 42% and a cash multiple ranging between 2.5x to about 5x. There's also a 4th scenario, which is a rather grim scenario, wherein the car adoption completely fails to pick off and we may have to write off our investment completely in the company. Only thing that will be left to harvest at that point could be the various patents and copyrights that the company may have generated by then. Other than these factors, there are a couple of other key risk factors that may play out in the company. First is that the competition may intensify with bigger players entering into the single-seater electric vehicle car segment. And the second is that the company isn't able to develop its manufacturing capability as much, and the cost of production remains high, because of which they're not able to make margins in the end. So that sort of sums up our analysis of ElectraMeccanica, and our suggestion in the end is that we should lead the first round of financing in the company with about $15 million, giving us a stake about ranging between 30 to 35%. Thank you.